What's going on, everyone? It's Jamie here from Shopify Masterclass, and today we'll be going over chargebacks, what they are, how to win them, how to avoid them, how to prevent them, and how to deal with them. So make sure you stay to the end of the video here, as they are a necessary and annoying part of e-commerce. They're there for customer protection, but they can be disadvantaged to you, as they can cost you money. Not only the amount of the product in the order, but also an extra fee that they charge because they have to deal with a dispute. Make sure you stay at the end of the video here as we go over quite a few things. Before I dive into it, I just want to thank our sponsor, Profit Calc, the one-click profit calculator app available on the Shopify App Store. Comes with a 15-day free trial, and there's a link in the description below. Now I'm going to show a quick video detailing their full feature set.
Discover Profit Calc, the affordable and easy to set up Shopify app that crunches your numbers in just one click. It automatically syncs with all your accounts and expenses to calculate your profit, displaying everything in an easy-to-read dashboard so you understand your business in real time. Start for free on the Shopify App Store today.
Let's dive into what a chargeback is first. So it's a payment dispute that occurs when a client questions a transaction on their credit card statement and they request a refund by calling their bank, who then submits a credit card dispute. This is to help prevent fraud here. So if someone steals your credit card and starts buying a bunch of things, and you start going through your credit card statement, you notice all these charges you don't recognize. You can then submit a dispute so you can get your money back, and this can protect you as a consumer from fraudulent purposes. This could be the same case if someone just simply takes your number and starts purchasing things on your behalf for themselves. This can also be submitted by a customer if they think what they purchased was fraudulent. Let's say they ordered something online, it either never came, customer service isn't responding. They're going to report saying, hey, we didn't get our item. It's non-existent, it's never coming, I want a refund. So they can submit one there as well. So overall, they are a necessary evil for merchants here as they protect customers online and they protect customers' credit cards, making them trust companies more as they know they have this protection online. But these can cost you as a business, so let's dive into now how to avoid them. Really, the only real tip is to monitor the orders and the order information, because Shopify is going to give you a report here on how fraudulent the order is. That's going to give you a better estimation. Now, this isn't a foolproof way here, as some regular orders might have disputes submitted, but this should give you a better idea. So if you dive into your Shopify dashboard and you go into one of the orders, so here I just click orders on the left and clicked one of these orders here. In the bottom right, there's a fraud analysis card. So this fraud analysis is going to be done by Shopify. They're going to take all this data they've collected from tons of different orders here, and they're going to give you an analysis. Now, this was a test order here, so there's no payment method, but it can tell you if it's fraudulent, high risk, or normal. This can give you a better idea if it's good to fulfill. This can be something you might want to check if you're shipping high value items here, or a customer purchases like 10 or 20 quantity of some items. I've had fraudulent purposes in the past where a customer ordered 5 of the same bag, which did seem a little off to me, and it did say high risk, and I decided to fill anyways just to take that chance, and ended up submitting a dispute and ended up losing that as well, which cost me a few $100s there. So it can be good to check here in the order information just to give you a better idea of fraud analysis. There are some apps available on the Shopify App Store as well. Blocky, which is a fraudulent country blocker, your fraud prevention, fraud filters. So these are going to give you an extra layer of protection here. So we go into Blocky here. You can block different VPNs or proxies here, and you can block certain countries or IP addresses if you prefer not to have them ordering from you, as you may have experienced that it is fraudulent. So that's how you avoid them there and how you prevent them. Let's go into how to win and deal with a chargeback. So when you get a chargeback, you're going to get a notification, typically from Shopify or whatever payment provider you're using. They're going to say, hey, there's a chargeback item here. You have to submit your data by this date. This is also going to be relevant to PayPal, where it's up to you now as the merchant to submit as much data as possible to show that this order was real and was not fraudulent. Something you want to note overall is only include the facts. You want to be detailed and organized here, showing all the information necessary to show, hey, this customer is real. Look at their IP address, look at their name, look at their country, look at the location, look at the tracking number the order was sent. You essentially want to convince them with facts that this was a real order and they should be canceling this chargeback. And if you do win it, then they're going to drop that extra fee. It's usually around that $15 mark, plus the price of the order. This can help increase your profits there, so it's something you want to do. Be mindful of the end date, as you're only going to get a smaller window to submit this as well. So things to include is the product info, the customer name, the IP address, the billing address, the tracking number, and any other relevant info you have. Some platforms will want this all in one document or one PDF. Make sure you read the instructions carefully and include what is necessary. Something to note is never get emotional, never get mad. Someone's just going to do a quick review on this, and you don't want to upset them and favor the customer in any way. So that is something to be mindful of there. In terms of the length of the chargeback, it can vary, but the claim to investigation process typically takes between 30 and 90 days. However, it can drag on for longer than that. So the average time limit is 30 days here for Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. So once the chargeback is filed, the countdown begins, but it can take several days for the merchant to be notified. So you want to make sure you're staying on top of these. So that's what you include there and how to potentially win a chargeback. Something to note is that you're not going to win all the chargebacks. There may very well be some fraudulent orders in there. Someone had their credit card stolen and things were purchased online that they didn't purchase themselves. So that's something to be in mind, so you can't always be too upset about a chargeback. You basically just want to do the best you can to win one of these to show that the order was real. This is especially relevant for ones where customers say they didn't receive an item. If you provide the tracking number and say, hey, this is a third party, this is not my responsibility here, you can show, hey, the tracking number was delivered. That can help tip things in your favor. So overall, this is how to win, prevent, avoid, and deal with chargebacks here. Kind of a nasty part of e-commerce, at least for a merchant, but a necessary one to keep consumers purchasing online. So we went over several steps here, so make sure to be factual, don't be emotional, answer it in a timely manner, and include as much detail as you can to help show these orders are legit. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you hit that like and subscribe button below. If you have any questions, leave a comment. And if you haven't yet, please check out ProfitCalc, our sponsor. There's a link in the description to access a 15-day free trial. We can skip those spreadsheets and get back to growing your business. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.